Hello, Lovelies, and welcome back to Mama G Gear. It's Mama G here, and thank you for watching. Today I've got two small boxes in a bag to unwrap for you, and I also wanted to show you some yarn that I've been dyeing the last couple days. I can't put them outside to dry, so they're still a little damp, but that's because it's snowing out and they'll freeze. All right, so let's get right down to it. I already ripped the plastics off and opened them so as not to have all the noises and whatnot. One, I can't remember who that's from or what's in there. But let's go with the bag. It's a little bit... This is from Hirschner's. And yeah, I love this yarn. Let's first take the paper out. Okay, so these were $3.97 each, $4 each. And that was $23.82, and then I got a discount of $5.96. So the total for what I'm going to show you in this bag came to $17.87, which I like that, under 20 bucks. All right, they're both the same. I'm sorry about the crinkles. Let me just throw the bag on the ground. Oh my gosh. All right, so I love this yarn so much. It's the Bloomin' Chunkies. Bloom Chunky. And I don't know if you ever use this or not. If you haven't, if you're a knitter, I highly recommend you use this. In my opinion, of course. I have two of them. And the colors are so gorgeous. And the reason I grabbed these is because I had some other ones. This is the chunky. They do have, I think, DK, allegedly, perhaps a worsted weight, but they have a design in them if you work them up properly. And I'm looking, yeah. All right, so if you work them up properly, there's the design, the pattern that happens within it as you're going. So that, I think, is more for a knitter, which I don't know, but 2025, hopefully this year I will learn to knit. But these colors are, this particular colorway is Snapdragon, but how pretty is that? And I don't know, I'm actually I'm going to crochet, so I'm not going to get that pattern or the design probably, but I was thinking of making a little girl sweater out of that, because I know a little girl that would love a sweater. Anyway, but I want to show you what I did do with another, and I don't have the ball band, so I don't know. Let's show the nicer side. I don't know. This is also Bloom Chunky, that I did the brim trim rim up and down, and then circular going this way with, I think I did a double crochet, half double, or single. I think it's double crochet. I don't remember. I think double crochet and then single or whatever, and then double single, or double half. And on this one, same thing, but this is double crochets, and then I crisscrossed. But let's show you the side that doesn't have the seam, because that was a seam. But then I made a pom-pom. So this is kind of a slouchy hat. And I had a little extra, so I did the pom-pom. And this is out of that bloomin' yarn. And this one I just put a black, pom-pom on there. But I just think it gives it a lot of character with the colors in it. So I was super happy with this. So anyway, that's why I like the yarn. If I learn to knit, I'm totally getting that kind of yarn, so I can knit anything out of that. All right, box number 1. All right, no addresses. And in here, oh, okay, cool. This is what I was hoping. Well, we got one. I don't need it now because I did a baby blanket out of the Premier Gradient. This one looks pretty good. That other one that I had was a little blotchy, but that was nice. That I did send a little email to the company, Line Brand, and just told them that, I have probably 15 or more of those. And the last burgundy that I got was blotchy, and I did email them just to give them a heads up on it. But they got back to me and they're like, oh, can you let me know what dye lot and the ball band? And I throw my ball bands out. I don't save them. So I was unable to share that with them. But I was just telling them just heads up on it, you know. And I may be able to do the blanket without having to get another one of the burgundies. So anyway, this is what I really am excited about. All right, well, let's get the one that's not in the baggie. There's 4 of these. I'm only going to take out one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What do you think, guys? Red Heart. I've never used it before. Super Saver Bitty Stripes. Look at the colors in that. Holy moly, rock and rolly. Right? And it's got... I mean, if I could do this while dyeing yarn, I would be such a happy camper. But I don't know if you could see, like here, I'm going to, like, I love when yarn does that. When it does like the speckles and stuff, but look at the colors. Anyway, I bought 5 of them. And there's 515 yards each. It's a 10-ounce skein, hello. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it's 100% acrylic, but let me make sure before I tell you. Of course, it's rainbow. Not of course, but yeah, that makes sense that it's rainbow. Sorry that you're phasing in and phasing out there. The colorway is rainbow, and it's a 4-weight. And let's just spin it slowly while I try to find what information. I was like, oh, I was looking for the what it's made out of, and I'm, like I said, feeling like it's pretty much acrylic, but I'm not seeing that. Yeah, it's on here somewhere. Maybe you saw it. Oh, there we go. 100% acrylic. Okay, yeah, 100% acrylic. Gorgeous. I'm so excited. So there's 500 and something yardage, right? Again, they have so much other information that I don't care about. Here we go. 515. So even just 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 2,500 yards. Is that right? 5 times 5 is 25. That's going to make a killer sweater. Me make another sweater? Oh, I love sweaters. I just love making sweaters. All right. So, oh, that stuff I'll show you later. Okay. I couldn't remember what was in this box. All right, so this box comes also from Lion Brand, but a separate order. These were on sale, and I didn't bring them in here. But you know the cat stitch hat that I love, that I make, and the cat stitch big like wrap scarf. I did a few of them in white, black, and shades of gray. And I did a couple for Christmas presents, you know. So what I had done was ordered, well, there's 2 of each. So I'll just take 1 of each out. Yep. 1 of each out. And then we'll remove the box. And, oh, the tag. Let me see. These were on sale. Hold on. Sorry that I'm such a mess. What else is new? Okay, so these are, just to give you prices if I can. I know they were on sale. That's why I grabbed them. And I like having grays and neutral colors. I mean, I love all the colors and the rainbows and all that. But I also do like to have these. Anyway, I'll look on there in a sec. All right, so this is the Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling Lion Brand. And I've got the 3 different color grays. I know it looks very similar on there to you, but they're just off enough. And then a little bit darker. Let's see if I could do, wish I had an extra hand. All right, if I do that, I don't know, can you see the 3 different shades? I know they're in plastic and there's a light behind, you know, shimmering off of it, but just deal with it. If that's on your Bendy Bingo card. I said allegedly too. I didn't yawn. Now that I said it, I'm going to yawn. Alright, so there's 3 Bendy Bingo things. If you're not sure what the Bendy Bingo is, you got to watch our lives. Talk to Rusty, she'll tell you. But anyway, this is anti-pilling, antimicrobial. So I guess there's no microbes in there. Whatever that means. And it's a 4 weight. It's a thin 4 in my opinion, but who am I to say? And there is 187 yards in each, or 170 meters. Okay, so I've got 6 of this. So there's another set of each of these. I want to see how much they were. I think they were like $1 something a yard. I mean, a skein. They were cheap, and you had to buy them by the bulk. You had to buy like a package of them. 6. Doesn't tell me. It's an invoice with no prices. Just tells me how many units. Nothing on here that says price. I got 6 of each. 6 of each of 3 colors. So, but there's no price. But I'm going to say that they were under $2 each. I think I feel pretty confident they were under $2 each. All right, so blah 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 blah. Enough of that. Let me show you the hand-dyed yarn that I've been doing the last couple days, and I just brought one of each up because they're still downstairs drying. All right, so I'll show you one at a time. I don't have the bands for this. This is purples and blues, obviously. Well, not obviously, you know, that's unfair for me to say, but it's purples and blues. And this is that technique that I do where I leave them in their hank, dye them into one pan, flip them over and dye them into another color. So it gives you that kind of a look. This way you get a little bit of the natural yarn. And I'm pretty sure this is a fingering weight. All right, so we have that one. Then the same base. This base that I just showed you is Nomad. I did another small Nomad order. That was pan dyed, rolled, and it's hank. That's some style that I haven't seen any other dyer do it. It just made sense to me one day. I just threw them already in their hanks. This one here is dip dyed, where I take sections of it, dip it, turn it, dip the other color. And I dipped it in I put them in metal hooks just so I can keep them from getting tangled. But I put it in the chartreuse, and then I had it in an orange. These are a little damp and they haven't been beaten and fluffed out yet, but I put it in orange and it just seemed to me have gotten like, I don't know, wasn't happy with it. So I re-dipped it and added some brown to it. So this has got an orange brown. And then, and you can see how I kind of dip over the existing color. Again, these are still damp, so bear with that. But I dip it over the existing color. So is it, you know, to make another color. And then we did it with the brilliant blue. No, this was turquoise. I lied. Turquoise. All right. So, and again, this is a fingering weight. Oh, got to feed the OCD. Put it back where it was. Again, bendy bingo if you have that. It's a little silly game that we play. All right, these 3 that I'm going to show you are all on the zebra base, which is a DK weight. This here, what I did was kind of fun. They're wet, but I dyed it in the hank and dyed half of it in a spruce. And then I was like, So after it was in the spruce, so this was originally a spruce color, but I wanted to put a different color. I says, let me put the turquoise. So I added turquoise, but what I did was instead of flipping it and dyeing the other side turquoise, I boiled the hot water with the dye and citric acid in the pot because I was done with the dip dyeing and poured it over the entire hank and then submerged. I think I was right the first time. Submerged it into the whole bath and let it sit. So what was originally spruce became just a deeper turquoise. So I thought that was cool. I was happy with that. Again, I had to bring these back down to dry because they're still a little bit wet. And then this one, I dip dyed. And I dipped it. All right, so this was a brown. And then I dip dyed it. Half of it is brown and half of it goes into a deep purple. And then that's just the break of the purple into the brown. So this one, and then the brown, you know, and when I do it, as you can see, it's darker here, and that's because that stays into the pot longer, so it kind of ombres. So that one's purple and brown, which I really like that combo. I think that really came out nice. I think that's going to look really pretty worked up. I only have 2 of those, and this is all purple. And it's, like I said, these are still a little bit damp on the bottom. This is all purple, also dip dyed. And see how it's really dark on the bottom? So that gets submerged and is in the dye solution for the longest period of time. And then I go up a little bit and then lift it up, and then go up a little bit and lift it up. So it gives kind of an ombre, and it's all the same dye. It's just a matter of how you dip it and how long you dip it. And then it was a little bit longer here, and then at the very end, with just a little bit of dye left, I submerged this into the pot so that you got a little bit of a color on the top as well. So it's all, I believe it was violet. I might be wrong on that one. Violet or just plain purple. This one, those 2 were dip dyed. This one here was pan dyed in that same process that I do, where I leave it in a tank. And I made my own colors here. This is a combination of fire engine red, speak much, and brilliant yellow, a bright yellow. Yeah, very, you know, like neon yellow. And I made my own orange. So it's a really deep orange. And you see a little bit of the natural fade in there. Like in the back here, you can see a little bit of the natural fade in different shades. And then most of it was submerged in that color for the longest period of time. And then I pushed it down, you know, I tried to make them even. And then when I took them out, I just put a little bit of low immersion of water with the, I believe I used teddy bear brown, just to give it like a brown. So it on here, I think what I'm seeing looks very true to color. It's kind of a red orange. But yeah, so those are what I've dyed. Some of them are just 2 hanks. We're going to be doing, hopefully this will drop before we do the dib sale. We'll be having a dib sale the first Thursday of January. I believe it's the 2nd. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that date. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be on Dee's Creative Hand Crochets. Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. Yeah, like I'll tag her below. On her channel. And her and Markalicious have dyed some yarn as well. I've dyed these. I plan on dyeing a little bit more yarn, and we will be having our dib sale. So if you are interested in any of the yarn, or just come to hang out with us because we have a good time, please do so on that Thursday. Anyway, so yeah, that was it. That's what I got. So I got some bloomin' yarn and showed you some dyed stuff. And yeah. Anyway, love you guys. Be well. Have a yarnalicious day. And we will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget your thummies. Always appreciated. Bye-bye for now. That was lame. That was even lamer.